Hi, Ben here, and welcome back to the workshop for another work in progress Wednesday. So the workshop is a little bit trashed at the moment because we've been busy making lots of stuff and we've had lots of deliveries over the last few days. So it's a little bit of carnage really, but wanted to show you some of the exciting deliveries that we've had, which is always good. Basically, it's a lot of handle material that's arrived. So this is a new fresh box of desert ironwood. So this is some really beautiful figured desert ironwood blocks, which up until recently I've been buying scales, but buying them in blocks just gives me a little bit more scope. I can make them a little bit thicker, and plus I can choose the best figurine for the handles as well. So yeah, potentially lots and lots of knives in there, from the full tangs right through to the little nomads we'll make out of those. So some with some really nice sapwood on there as well, which I'm excited to test out. And also we had this other delivery that came from Blockworks UK. Now Blockworks is run by a chap called Henry. He's an up and coming sort of materials supplier. Whoops. So Henry's only 16, but he's already got a pretty good range of handle materials, from stabilizing different timbers, but also he started selling this pretty cool, unique micarta, which as soon as I saw it on his Instagram feed, I was like, I've got to test out some of that. So I bought a few different colours and a few different patterns, some of them very zany. I know it's not our normal look, but I really like the colourful handle material on the knives of late. So I bought a few scales to test out, and I actually got some glued up the other day, so we'll be able to show you the finished results. So that was a delivery of handle materials, but we also had a massive pallet of steel arrive from Barmon Steel up in Sheffield. So I just had a load of full sheets of ABL stainless, which we use a lot on our knives now. I'm really happy with the results of this steel so far. Great edge holding. Like a lot of people that have got knives from us, they say that they can't believe a stainless steel actually sharpens and feels like a carbon steel. And that's part of the reason why I like it. Really easy to sharpen, very low maintenance, incredibly tough, so that's why we use it for the prangs and stuff like that. So I just bought a whole pallet load of that, so potentially there is lots of future projects in these sheets of steel, from prangs to little nomad blades as well. But also I bought some of this new steel, which is the sort of talk of the town, especially out in the States at the moment. This is this CPM Magna Cut. So this has been developed by Larry Thomas out in the States. And he's also got a great heat treatment book on steel as well at the moment. So check out that. We'll put a link to that on the description. But yeah, this is some CPM Magna Cut. At the moment, this is the first supplier that I know that's actually stocking it in the UK. So this is supposed to be incredibly good steel. It's supposed to be amazing for working as a maker, but also the edge holding that it has. So I'm interested to compare this to the ABL steel. Maybe we're going to make a few test knives out of both and maybe do a bit of a destruction test. Maybe that's something that people would like to see. But yeah, this is in its annealed form, so I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to read up about the heat treatment data for the Magna Cut and make a few blades to test out in that. So yeah, it's all been materials these last few days, steel and handle material, and not much actual making of knives to the finished product. But we'll show you how that amazing new micarta turned out. I'm really happy with how colourful it is, but we're interested to hear your opinion. So here are the finished knives that we've done in that first batch of that micarta from Blockworks. So this is this really funky, I've called this Blue Mountain because it's almost like sort of contours of a map. Got this lovely blue colour running through it, and then these nice dark sort of contrasting sort of chevrons to it. So yeah, that's the Blue Mountain one with some nice thick black G10 liners. And then with that particular scale, I was pretty careful how I cut it. So I actually managed to get enough material to make a matching fire steel as well. So we've got a matching fire steel in that same material, again with that nice thick black G10 liner. So pretty cool material. Little bit difficult to work compared to normal micarta, purely because it's slightly finer grain. It's almost like a sort of fine linen almost, rather than it being a coarse canvas. So you have to go a little bit slower on the sanding. Make sure that you use nice fresh grit, but the finished results are really quite impressive, I think. And then the other one that we tried was a bit of a contrast. So this has got some reds, some yellows and some blacks, and a bit more of a crazy pattern going on in there. So I think this almost looks like flames, really. So we've called this Amber Mountain because again you've got almost like those contours. And again, to add a bit of thickness to the handle, we've added thick G10 black G10 liners to it. And then we've added 1/4 inch stainless loveless bolts on those so that you got more of the handle material on show rather than fastenings. And both these blades are in 3mm AEBL steel. So they're going to be some really good all-weather knives. So a combination of that dense micarta and the AEBL steel, you've got pretty much a weatherproof knife there. Lois has been busy and she's made some nice smoky brown sheaths to go with them. Obviously one without a fire steel holder, and then the one with the matching fire steel's got a fire steel holder actually on the sheath itself as well. So yeah, I really like how these came out. So yeah, please put some comments below and see what you think about this new handle material. Is it something you'd like to see more of? Should I get Henry to get me some more colours and more patterns? You know, I liked working with it, but it's down to you guys what you actually want to see on our knives. So that's what's been happening this week. Lots of materials arriving. So who knows, over the next few weeks, maybe we're going to have a CPM Magna Cut blade with a bit of desert ironwood on as a handle. But I think it might need a little bit more work than that. That's a bit basic, I think. But yeah, it's always exciting as a maker getting new materials coming in because it sparks all sorts of new ideas. Certainly for me, all these colourful materials, you know, they're making me think of all the different things that we can make. But please drop some comments below if you've seen something that you really like or something that you don't like, or you want to see more of us making in the workshop. Yeah, drop them in the comments and we can hopefully get back to you on that. So thanks for tuning in. It's always a bit of a buzz getting a video out each week because it's really nice to interact with all you people, because being in the workshop, it's quite a solitary job. So please interact with us as much as possible, either on the YouTube or on the Instagram feed as well. So thanks again, and we'll see you next week for another Work in Progress Wednesday.